Ms. Cook, do you wish to have anyone speak today from either from the victim, excuse me?
Yes, Your Honor. At this point, the people would ask Deputy Dillon Kibby to come forward and make his impact statement.
All right, thank you. Please come forward, Deputy, and make yourself comfortable. You would state your name for the record, please.
Dillon J. Kibby.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak today. This is the first and hopefully last time I'll have to make a victim impact statement. Just a quick explanation of how I ended up where I am today. I joined the military right after high school, honorably discharged after 7 years of service. During that time, I made lifelong friends and had experiences that shaped me into the person I am today. I married my high school sweetheart who is here with me today, and made a choice to get out of the military and plant my roots to start a family. Although it felt great to serve my country, I felt that it'd be more fulfilling to serve a community that I live in. So I packed my bags, attended the police academy, and scored a job here in this county. Although I understood the dangers of this job, I never understood that anything bad would happen to me. On September 11th, 2023, my thoughts on that changed. As I was on the phone with my wife talking about our upcoming trip to Arizona to watch one of her friends be married, I got a call that came down the road stating that someone was speeding up and down a residential area. After I located the vehicle, I began speaking with the driver, Mr. Giroux. During my contact with Giroux, I was respectful and humorous as I normally am. I find that humor normally alleviates tension when speaking with police, however, in this case, it did not. Giroux was hostile and uncooperative during the entire encounter. After I explained to Giroux that he was under arrest for operating while intoxicated, he began walking away and said he wasn't going to jail. As I walked toward Giroux in an attempt to grab onto him and stop him, he planted his feet, turned and elbowed me on the side of the head. My skull fractured, my body helplessly fell to the ground. As my head smashed into the concrete, the skull began to fill with blood. My wife and my 2-year-old daughter were sound asleep at home. I hugged and kissed both of them after having dinner that night, and little did they know the next time they would see me be in a hospital bed. My wife woke that night to our dog barking and someone knocking on the door. She called me several times frantically to tell me that someone was at the house, but I couldn't answer. She answered the door after a couple minutes to my lieutenant, who explained what had happened. She rushed to the hospital. Giroux was simultaneously singing "I Shot the Sheriff" to another deputy and wishing death upon me. The first month of recovery, I was overwhelmed with frustration. All I wanted to do was watch the body camera footage of the incident to know what I did wrong to put me in the hospital. I was convinced that I must have made some mistake in order to be in the position that I was. After watching the footage, I realized that I didn't make the mistake. The mistake was Mr. Giroux being released from prison on his previous violent felonies. The mistake was him being allowed back into society to hurt people. You have violently assaulted other people, and you will continue down this path unless you are sentenced back to prison, where you belong. Due to the devastating hit to my head, the neurons connecting through my nasal cavity were severed and will not grow back. Because of this, I've lost my sense of taste and smell. Now every time I feel a sting of spice on my tongue, or a feel of heavy aroma in my nose, I think of you. I think back to lifelessly laying on the concrete. I think back to how my wife felt. I think back to the doctor telling me that my brain scan was similar to that of a person in a vegetative state. I think back to being pushed in a wheelchair and think about my daughter growing up without a father. It's embarrassing to be around coworkers now, knowing that most of them at this point have seen the horrible footage of the incident. Since this incident, I've been unable to talk to people as I used to. I can no longer carry on a simple conversation as I used to. I have these thoughts daily, and I hope that after today, I can have a little peace of mind knowing that you are heading back to the place that you belong. I pray that you find God, as I have from this,